Hey, good morning, and welcome to From the Prophet. Scotty, the number one thing I learned back in film school at NYU when we were actually using film was this. If you're going to do like a studio environment show, don't do it near the ocean, and the ocean is 100 feet that way. Don't do it outside if there's all noise and kids and all that crazy shit. And the street is filled with that nonsense right now. And lastly, the bay is over there, and there's a ton of speedboats apparently getting ready for a speedboat race. So I really think I've lined this up for you, partner, for really a sensory experience for you, and I love you.
I mean, you're a step away from filming the next episode on the yacht. I mean, you're
It's
now out on the
happening, bro.
back deck. You got shades on. You're like, I mean, the launch pad for the yacht has to be within 200 yards of the estate on the water in the harbor. So I'm guessing soon enough, if you have good enough Wi-Fi down there, you'll have your little gay, skipper hat on, like the guy. What was his name? Captain Stubing. Didn't he
Oh,
run the Love
Captain
Boat?
Stu- Dude, I'll show you a picture of me, and you will swear that it is the Love Boat that I am stubing. They photoshopped my face and said, "I keep going," but I'm going to see if I can pull that up. I'll hold it to the camera, bro. I have covered Captain Stubing, but yeah, bro, it is actually like paradise
It
down here.
is.
I love the end of the summer, man, because the crowds are starting to leak that way. Thank God, kids have to go back to school, and it just gets beautiful down here. Everybody else can kiss my ass.
Yeah, like yesterday, I noticed that the sky was like San Diego blue. It was like not, New York and Jersey
New
blue. There was
York,
a
blue,
there's a
right?
word for it. It was like,
Right.
the California blue yesterday. It was like a
Totally.
really freaky blue. It was
Yeah,
beautiful. Yesterday was
I agree.
exotic.
Yeah,
So
I
I
agree with
want to
you.
tell you a funny story. I went to the pool and this kid. So I'm laying at the pool with my daughter, just minding my own business, cop and race.
Right.
I said, let's go for 1 hour. So
Yeah.
we went to, as you know, I went to LT for 1 hour, that
Yeah.
torture chamber. And so
Yeah.
I go out there, and as you know, there's just thousands of kids.
Yeah.
And this kid was like, I'd say she was maybe 2 years old,
Right.
and she was wailing, like literally like a cat
Yeah.
that had been stuck under a tire of a
Yeah.
car. Like
Yeah.
this kid was
Yeah.
screaming like
Good
bloody
God.
murder. And I mean for like 45 minutes straight, this kid was throwing a fit. And it sounded, at first I said to Chop, I said, it sounds like a cat. Like, what is happening? I said, what is that noise? Finally, I got up because I couldn't take it anymore. I turn around and I see this little girl just
Yeah.
screaming at the top of her lungs at her mom and like her mom's friend. And then there was like three other kids in the group. You know about this stuff with all your grandchildren. So
I
this
know the
kid
mom you're
screamed.
talking about.
It screamed for so long and
Yeah.
piercing, like a piercing cat wailing scream that I
Agony.
finally fucking had to get up and leave. I just couldn't
Yeah.
take it anymore. And then I
Yeah.
walked to the, I said, I was walking to the car. I said to Chop, I go, listen, I really love you and your brother, but I fucking hate kids. I really
Yeah.
hate them. I can't,
And don't.
like, they're so painful. Like, what kind of mother? Like, you know what? At one point, I was going to yell to the lady, shove a popsicle in its fucking throat or something. Give it an ice cream cone, something to shut it the
It.
up. It's ruining everyone's day. And I had to
Give it.
went home.
There you go. I understand. Hey, listen.
I'm not nice.
I have 9 Rugrats there. Let me get the full geometry.
Now I know why
Okay.
you don't invite me.
Yeah, 9 Rugrats there. I told you. Atlantic there. The bagel shop, Bagel Eddie's, which I go to in the morning. I love it because it's the only bagel shop in the world that has absolutely no Jews. And as you know, as a
I know
Jewish
where
guy
you
myself, I just
go.
can't stand the tribe. And lastly, I told you, is the bay back there. So this is like my sensory perception area. But Scott, the kids are louder than the ocean, louder than the boat race in the bay, and certainly not nearly as much fun as the bagel
So
store.
one day, Mickey invited me there to film. And while we were filming, I swore so many times that when I left, his wife said, never again. And I have never been back to the estate once, ever again. I never even got to look out the back window at the yacht. I never got to go on the back deck. I went up into the kitchen area, and it was only because his wife and the cleaning lady had left, and that it was
Yeah.
just he and I. And
Cleared the
he's like,
path.
they got about 15
Yeah.
minutes before they get back, so you're going to need to leave. And then I
Yeah.
drove off, and I've never been back there. And that was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, I want to share with everybody a little story. So Scott has this friend who shall remain nameless. But if you've ever watched the movie Forrest Gump, this kid is very similar to Forrest Gump. I mean, it's just he's strange. But anyway, Scott and I have this beautiful breakfast out in this area, a quarter mile from the beach. Remember, Scott, we're sitting outside,
Great
beautiful
day.
morning, and his friend, his young friend, we have a smorgasbord of food on us. You ever seen those ants that are so small that they get eaten by the tiniest ants in the world?
Right.
That like 3 of them walked near his plate, and the kid went
Yeah.
freaked out,
He's a pussy.
ruined the entire. What was wrong with
He's
him?
a pussy.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get
Yeah,
it.
he's just,
I learned
he's
that.
been a spoon-fed bitch since he came out of his mother's vagina. He's been a spoiled little cunt bitch since the day he came into this earth. I mean, he was
Yeah.
the most painful child as well. And now, by the grace of God, he's grown up, and
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with him. Nothing at
There-
all.
it's-
As you
it-
know,
it
I
makes your
don't
life
like
easier.
him.
Yeah, no, it makes your life easier. Hey, I'm going to throw
You
a
don't like
last
him
name to
either.
you, Scott.
You told
No,
me don't
hey,
ever bring that
try-
kid around me again. He is
Yeah.
a absolute cunt face.
Shit stain. Yeah, he's a total shit stain. Hey, I'm going to throw out the last name to you, Sanders, Scott, and the two brothers. Just talk to me about these guys. First off, Shador, Scotty, he made decisions in that game. I haven't talked to you about that game,
Right.
but he made decisions that weren't rookie quarterback shit. They were high school quarterback shit. Turning back,
Right.
they're really fast, Shador. They're so fast that they're faster than you by a lot. He made me think you got to get cut.
Well, how about he ran backwards like 30 yards and got sacked? He thinks he's better than everyone, faster than everyone, and then he doesn't realize that he's in the Pain Day League now. He's in the NFL
That's
where they play for paychecks, and it's
Yeah.
not NIL money. It's guys
Right.
feeding their families, and they live in mansions and have
Yeah.
bitch wives who demand Fendi and bling and
Yeah.
very high heel shoes and clothes that are very expensive. And if you don't make that tackle, you don't get any pussy. So the reality is they'll kill him. And then how about his stupid ass brother who threw a sucker punch in his game and got cut? And now both of them, I think, are on. Well, I think Shador has a better chance to stick because of he was drafted, but a fifth rounder doesn't matter. But they're both now on the cusp of the Canadian Football League
Yeah, which is just
or the
absolutely
United
brilliant.
Football League.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely insane stuff. Hey, Scott, I want to throw out one quick thing to you. I don't mind during a football game, Scott, because I've seen you lay down on a basketball court in the middle of the game and do snow angels, and I just thought you got tired and you needed a little bit of relaxation, and I understood that. So 9 guys all stood around while Scott laid at center court. The refs were waiting, and Scott was doing snow angels, but he was relaxing, which reminds me that Micah Parsons was just laying down and relaxing during the game. Why did everybody go crazy? I didn't mind when my friend Scott laid down. I didn't mind at all.
Yeah, I know, but Scott doesn't matter, and our game doesn't matter, and there's
matters.
no money involved. And when there's hundreds of millions of dollars, and literally that's what it is, hundreds of millions at stake, he's not getting what he wants, and his agent is a prick. So, 2 pricks together make a prick sandwich.
A big prick.
And a big prick sandwich. And he is acting like a fool and a child and sleeping
There's a better
on
way.
a bench, like literally it was like a medical bench.
Medical table.
Right. So he was
It's ridiculous,
he was
Scott.
sleeping during their game. It's a real bad look. I think that in the end, all of the nonsense and that type of behavior, he's gonna end up in the end, and it's gonna be a really bad look for everyone else because they're gonna do it too because they always get their money. Hendrickson got his money. Everyone gets their money in the end.
Everyone gets it.
Everyone, all of these holdouts, TJ Watt, they all get their money. Cam Hayward will get his money. This guy Parsons is going to get his money.
No
And
doubt.
Jerry Jones is going to fold and give him his money. Brown folded
agree.
and gave Hendrickson the money. Gave him $30 million 1 year. Then he's going to that'll be his last year in Cincinnati. He'll be unrestricted. He's going to leave there, that's for sure. But they always end up getting their money, and especially when they act like a child and a tool and throw a temper tantrum. And then it has been a war of words between both parties, and it's just been a disaster. And I don't care
Insane.
because the Cowboys, it's been 30 plus years, they never do anything. They get more attention for a team that doesn't win anymore. Let's face facts, they used to win. When Jerry first bought the team, they won Super
3 out of 4.
Bowls.
Yeah,
and
3.
those days are long gone.
They're gone, Scott. And so and here's the other thing too. What you have to start saying about an organization when it goes as long as the Cowboys have gone now. Listen, there was a lot of runway. Jerry Jones has more rings, right? You're only entitled to 1 ring every 30 years, 3 over 90. So if you happen to get 3 over 30, you're doing way better than the statistical odds.
Right.
Nonetheless, when you're the Cowboys and you're America's team and you're the most valuable team in sports and blah, 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 Scott, you got to do better. And to me now, they're hitting the part where they just need Jerry to go. Like,
you know what they remind me of? They remind me of the Yankees. They've won 27 world titles, but they haven't won since '09. So you do the math. It is the longest they've gone.
16 years.
It's the longest they've gone without a title
History.
in forever. And the Cowboys are in that same realm. And they're both worth $10 billion. So when
$10
you're
billion.
an entity that makes that much money, that's that valued, that is worth that much, and you don't
can't get it
win,
right.
and they have millions of fans. They draw 100,000 to every game.
All over the place.
Sold out. There's fans all over the globe of the Cowboys, and when they don't win, it's just bad for business. And the Yankees, they haven't won in so long, it's bad for business. Even though the cash registers are still running, the fans turn on you in the interim. So I think that you have both fan bases livid about the team's performance on the field. And, let's just face facts. They both aren't getting it done. And I'm telling you what, watching them lose 3 or 4 to the Red Sox, they're not going anywhere, this team. I told you many times, they're not winning shit. And the Cowboys aren't winning shit either. In fact, the first night, the 4th, against Philly at the Link, they're going down.
Oh, no, I completely agree with you. And even if Micah gets signed and that's an emergency, that ship has unsettled
Tommy
enough
Cutlets
that
just got cut.
Oh, good. Yeah, which is, he went 16 for his best game ever, 17 for 20, and he got cut. And let's face it, that guy, he is not a pro quarterback. Scott, the man, the myth.
Guy that got his money, who threw a temper tantrum for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin got his money. They always cave. Remember,
$96 million.
The teams always give you the money in the end. In the end, you know that all these holdouts, hold-ins, they always end the same way. Literally, when is the last time you saw one of them get, traded? Where they're like, we're done with you. Speaking of traded, one other one. Kenny Smallhands. Now, we've had this conversation about small hands, small dick. So Kenny Small Hands, Small Dick got traded for the 4th time. He went to the Vegas Raiders, where he will be just as awful as everywhere else he's been. But he also has a ring in Philly.
Yeah. God bless him. Hey, look, Scott, I'm going to ask you something. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I'm going to give you games, Scotty, all the NFL games. But, partner, I don't want you to tell me who's going to cover the spread. I just want, because we're a week, we're basically a week away. Not quite. But, Scott, I want to know from you who's going to win and who's going to lose. Some of these are easy. Some are hard. You just gave me Dallas. Dallas is going down. KC against L.A.
Which team? The Chargers are playing, KC?
Chargers, yeah. Chargers against Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Good. Okay, fair enough. Tampa Bay at Atlanta.
Tampa Bay.
Okay, I'm marking them down. This is an interesting one because you and I know if you bet on the Bengals in the first 5 weeks, you're probably going to put your head through a plate glass window. Bengals at Cleveland.
Bengals.
Good call. Miami at Indiana. Danny Dimes.
That is actually brutal. I'm gonna say the Colts.
Yeah, I got the Colts too. Carolina, I do. I actually thought you were going to say Miami. Carolina at Jacksonville.
Oh,
Gotta
I'm gonna
be.
say Jacksonville.
Yeah,
I think I watched Carolina the other night. They're awful, but look, Young might do better again. Like he did great last year, I thought, but I
better.
still think that team stinks. And they're
Yeah,
playing in Duval in Jacksonville. I think
yeah.
Lawrence beats them.
Yeah, and I think he does it handily too. That spread is going to me that spread's going to leak towards double digits. Las Vegas at New England. This is an interesting one. Two shitty
No,
teams.
I like the Patriots.
Okay, fair enough. Cardinals at New Orleans. New Orleans probably the
Cardinals.
worst team in football.
I
Yeah,
think the Saints are awful.
the worst team in football. I mean, absolutely the worst team. Just stay away from them. Be careful of everything and bet the under. New York, pardon me, your beloved Pittsburgh Steelers at the Jets.
Steelers.
Me too. I got the Steelers. New York Giants at Washington. I got Washington, sadly. By the way, I think the Giants are going to make that a closer game than you think. And I think the maniac that we now have rushing, the passer, may make all the difference in the world. Scott, I'm going to say the Giants cover that spread. Next up is Tennessee, Scotty, at Denver.
Oh, that's easy. Denver.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I ask you something about Tennessee this year? Do they get 5 wins?
No.
Okay, fair enough. San Francisco at Seattle, partner.
San Francisco.
Yeah, I'm not going to agree with you on that one. We'll see where that goes. I'm not high on San Francisco this year. Let's see where that ends up. Detroit at Green Bay.
So the reason why I would say San Francisco is because at the beginning of the season they're going to be healthy, and I think that Purdy and McCaffrey and all these guys are healthy at the beginning, and they have a more talented team than Seattle.
They do.
And I do think
Yeah.
Purdy can outplay Darnold, so that's why I would take San Francisco. What's the other one?
I have a quick question for you about Darnold, though, because Darnold had, honestly, he had a professional football season last year, Scott. He earned his money, right? That's the paycheck you get in the NFL if you have a pretty good season. But his last 2 games, Scott, were Darnold from the Jets. Who are we going to see this year with Darnold? Does he still show up?
Oh, I think he'll do fine there. I think McDonald's a decent coach. I think that we already saw him play well. He knows how to play. He's a pro. He knows how to win games, and he's already shown he can do it. I think he's resurrected his career, and he just got a huge payday.
He got a bag.
I don't think he's winning the Super Bowl.
No. But I'm with you. Okay, I mean, look, I think he was a serviceable replacement. Detroit at Green Bay was the one I was talking about, Scotty. Interesting game. Detroit at Green Bay.
I'm going to take Green Bay.
Yeah, I got Detroit. Houston at the Rams.
Rams.
Yeah, I like the Rams too. By the way, what quarterback's going to show up this year in year 3, right, for Houston? What's going to happen down there?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious what's going to happen down there. Stroud's going to do his thing. I think he's going to be.
Well, what did you feel about last year, though, Scott? I'm not disagreeing that Stroud had a great rookie year, but I don't think Stroud had a great second year. Statistically, he didn't at all.
Well, I thought the rest of the team sucked. You can't, obviously, you can blame the quarterback and the coach for all the problems. But when everyone else around you sucks, losing is, I think, commonplace. They're just not.
A result.
They're overrated. They had this great season, so everyone thought they were going to have it again, and they didn't.
Agreed. Hey, Scott, this is a good game, maybe the best of the week. Baltimore at Buffalo.
Buffalo.
I got Baltimore. Interesting.
I think they're the most overrated team in the league. Every year, all I ever hear about is the Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl and Lamar's going to win the MVP. And guess what happened? They didn't win in the playoffs. They beat the Steelers. So what? They still get their ass beat. The Bills are better. And it's really, Buffalo's the biggest failure of all time. They go every year to the title game and lose. So they can't speak any more than the Ravens can.
Yeah, no, they're both, inconsistent. The thing is that this is a regular season game where they both thrive. Scott, I'm going to ask you for the right to change that bet. I'm not sure I want to stay with Baltimore. Scotty, Monday Night Football, Minnesota at Chicago. Not an easy game to pick.
Yeah, listen, I think that's it's brutal, but I think that Chicago's vastly improved their offensive line, and I actually think they can win that game at home at Soldier Field over the Vikings. I think McCarthy will have trouble on the road. The Bears' defense is decent. Their offensive line is completely stacked with money players now to
Right.
protect Caleb Williams. Their new tight end, Loveland, I thought looked great in the preseason. They were throwing him the rock left and right. I think the kid out of we've talked about him out of Missouri, that Brundage, that receiver, he's a
Yeah.
badass. And there's a chance the Bears could actually win an opener.
Yeah. I mean, I just think it's two bad teams. Scott, I'm going to switch gears real quick because you and I love talking about those guys who get the absolute bag of money. Let me throw this one out at you. Ronaldo is the first human in history on the football pitch to score 100 goals for 4 teams. But here's the problem, Scott. He got like $500 million this year. He had a great season for an old man. Took him right into the Saudi Cup, and with all that money, they lost.
And
See ya.
listen, but how about this? He finally engaged to his girlfriend, who he's been with forever, and he got her a ring the size of your yacht.
Yeah.
It literally, it was the size of a boat. The rock
Yeah.
in her hand. They said it was like 30 carats. It was like
Right.
an $8 million wedding ring. It was so enormous. I've never seen anything like it. It looked like a soccer stadium coming off of her finger.
Yeah, I thought it was a butt plug. I've never seen anything that size.
Hey, speaking of butt plugs, can I
Yeah.
just say, did you hear? This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Did you see the guy? This is fantastic. In Burbank, they've arrested a guy, 38 years old. He's the serial butt sniffer. The guy goes around sniffing someone's ass, and he's been booked multiple times. He did it last week, where his recent arrest comes weeks after he was arrested in the same town, same place for the same incident. Footage shows him engaging in lewd behavior by sniffing a female's ass at a store in a shopping center. He was charged with one count of loitering, intent to commit a crime, and ordered to pay $100,000 bail as a condition of his release. He's been on active parole. He's a registered sex offender. He's been busted multiple times for sniffing asses in stores. He goes around sticking his nose up people's asses.
You know, I hate when guys like that, suddenly everyone ostracizes them. And I'll be honest with you, Scott, you sound like you're picking on the guy a little bit. His father, when he was growing up, had a saying, I would smell a mile of their shit to see where it came from. And this kid just grew up as his father's son. I don't think you should pick on him. He sounds like a decent guy.
Sons, did you see the quarterback of Kansas State's dad and brother get in a fist fight after the game in Dublin? Guess they had a few too many pints of Guinness. Nothing like watching your family, your father and brother, in a fist fight, rolling around in puddles. Did you see it? Like, it had been raining all day, so there was like giant puddles out in the parking lot, and they were rolling around in the puddles, and the father was beating the shit out of the son and choking him and trying to kill him. And then later they set out to have a press release of their apologies to everyone in the program, their son, the quarterback, Johnson, and everyone at Kansas State that they embarrassed, and the networks and everyone. They showed these two losers getting in this fist fight. That was really, it was a gem, wasn't it? Seeing dad and the brother fighting after the game in the party, like, well, they must really love each other, that family. And speaking of weirdos, do you see Nas X? Is that the guy's name? Little Nas X, you know this guy?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I didn't know it was Nas. I just always think of Nas. Go ahead.
Well, what is his name? Like, he's got some name, right?
I guess it is Nas X or whatever.
Did I get it right? I think it is. So
I don't know.
Nas X, he was arrested, hospitalized. They thought he overdosed. He was wandering the streets of Los Angeles naked.
So what did he do wrong?
Well, then, like, they arrested him, and then they booked him, processed him, and then I think his bail was like
For
around
walking naked?
$75,000 to get out. But
For nakedness?
Yes, but they thought he was drugged out. They thought he was tripping.
I don't care. I don't care. I mean, like, here's the thing. There's no men and women's bathrooms anymore. Everyone can shit and piss together. If that guy wants to walk down, the Rodeo Drive
Yeah.
naked, I don't care. I'm ready to move on from it. I just, fuck
So,
him.
what do you think of my day today that I am going to the police station to film a
You're an idiot.
so what they're doing is the
Only
popo,
you.
they're having a contest with all the police departments, and this car dealer is giving away a Bronco, a Ford Bronco, to the
Beauty.
winning police station. And so what I'm doing is I'm doing the voiceover for a OJ Bronco chase scene that
Yeah.
they have filmed in the area, in the city. So they filmed the same thing that happened in LA in '94. They have reenacted it, and I'm going to be I think, the news anchorman talking about. Do you remember that day on the news when they described
Yeah.
the guy
Yeah.
literally the
Yeah.
network television guy literally talked. What was his name? Tom. Remember the guy on NBC?
I know
Tom
exactly.
Brokaw.
Yeah, I could.
He described OJ
Going down the
driving with
highway.
Al Cowling in the Bronco. I'm doing that today. I'm going to the
Yeah.
police station to film a voiceover of this movie that they've shot, trying to win their precinct a Ford Bronco. And I will tell you, I've seen the car. It's a Ford Bronco loaded cop car. So they've decked it out, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's just fully loaded, badass Bronco with cop car lights, fog lights, the whole deal, step pads, flaps in the back. It is fucking sick. So we're gonna try to win
Hey,
this
Scott.
precinct in New York a Ford Bronco.
A Ford Bronco. So they called me as well, and I'm playing the part of the defense attorney.
You're
So
Al
I'm going
Cowling.
in there, and they want me to take out my dick, try and put a normal size rubber on my cock, and I just, if you do not fit, you must acquit. So yeah, I'm gonna be there too, Scotty. You'll see
Yes.
my dick.
I'll see you there. I'm looking forward to that. By the way, I broke my thumb again last night. I think I
You're an
showed
idiot.
that on the one of the Pix videos today. By the way, have you noticed every day we make people money? Because
Money.
that's like, it's every night. Even on an average night, we're still up plus money every night. Like every night, Sunday night, Monday night.
Mi
like,
casa.
I mean,
Mi casa.
so for the third time, look, the same. You see the size of that fucking thing?
Oh, what is that?
So
Ew.
I broke it 3 times. Look at the size of it,
Ew.
and it's completely either broken or ligament damage. Now look at look at the size of my thumb, and
Dude, that looks like surgery.
it's broken.
That's
So
bad.
listen, I
That's
cannot
bad.
I cannot play. I played last night with it broken, and it did not go well. And
Not smart.
And so I think I have to shut it down this time for a week or more, because I cannot tell you. I've been icing it all night and all morning, and you can see it's fucking gigantic. So I'm fucked. I'm done. I'm shut down. I'm on the shelf, Mick. I can't play ball.
Yeah,
Which, as you know, if I don't play basketball, Scott becomes a dull boy.
He also becomes a doughboy, so you got to be
Yeah.
really careful. We need to keep Scott running.
Eating and
We really
drinking.
do.
But I am looking.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Scott, that's the ding sound that you just heard from the control room. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now done
It was
with
the
this
bell
podcast.
on your yacht. The guy was down there saying that he's cleaned off the yacht and he's ready for you to board the whole family. All aboard.
Scotty, I think this episode is going to be called Beaches and Bitches. I will talk to you later, brother.
Hey, make sure you sign up for football packages. Bottom line, year-round packages, I should say. Profit play 30, hundo, max profit plays, 7 hundo,
Elite.
So get in on it. And everyone, look, even the 7 hundos, they ride it for the entire football season. They all make money, so everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Go get yourself a package on profitable.tv and watch Pharrell and a Profit and watch Pharrell Unplugged. They're great shows, great app, and great sunglasses today, Mick. You look like Tom Cruise.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Going surfing. I love you, brother.